Britain's next generation of emergency service recruits, chosen from a pool of thousands. Rookies like Sarah, a police special proud to put on the uniform.
And going out and helping people and doing things that are just proactive for the community, just a great thing to do.
And single mum Maya, who ditched her day job to retrain as a paramedic.
It's a brilliant feeling when you get to help someone because it's one that you don't get very often in life.
From cutting hair to fighting fires, new recruit Helen is now one of the crew.
The only way I'll get experience by getting in there and trying to get hands-on.
They've survived months of intensive training.
Come on, let's move! Get back! Okay, contact.
They've been tested to their limits.
Spray! It's burning. Beam. Don't panic and don't worry.
All to realise their ultimate ambitions.
You really have got to be prepared for absolutely anything.
Join them for their first time on the front line. In today's programme, a Friday night fight.
He's resisting arrest and attempting to bite one of the police officers.
Sarah races to help colleagues deal with a drunk.
Absolutely horrendous.
A warehouse in flames.
Quite still smouldering.
A rookie under pressure.
Come on, Alice, get in there.
And Mayor's toughest call yet.
I feel really nervous.
A tragic case for the new paramedic.
It's really shocking, I can't believe it.
In Cheshire, Sarah Johnson is 2 months into her career as a police special. She's joined high-speed responses.
I'm glad I'm not driving.
And restrained violent suspects.
No, not me!
But there are more arrests still to come. Sarah's journey to becoming a special started in summer 2013, at the age of 46.
I've always wanted to do something in the police force, probably ever since I was at school, and the time just seemed right.
To qualify as a special, Sarah had to take a tough 20-day training course, where she mastered police kit
Down!
and self-defence.
Go! Get back! Go! Get back!
She even volunteered to put pepper spray in her eyes to experience the pain felt by suspects.
Well done.
8 weeks on, the mum of 3 is now on active duty and preparing for a night shift.
I'm off to the police, and there, he's in charge.
Rookie Sarah is still getting used to her new role.
She gets quite excited about putting the uniform on. It's quite funny because she always says all the warnings and stuff, like if you have anything to say and stuff like that, and puts the handcuffs on. And she always goes like this, get back!
Sarah's set for a busy night in Chester city centre.
It is quite exciting when you first start the shift because you're all in uniform and you sort of take one look at yourself and you kind of think, wow, I'm a police officer. It's just totally different home life, and then coming into this, really, it's like a double life you're leading.
Her partner for the evening is PC Jenny Black.
Okay, yeah.
They're in a police van, ready to support officers should there be any trouble. And as this is Friday night, there soon is.
We're going to City Road, where someone is apparently kicking off.
It sounds like a serious incident.
He's resisting arrest and he's attempting to bite one of the police officers. So they're down there on the pavement by City Spice.
The man's extremely drunk and highly aggressive.
Can you get feet forward? Stop swearing. Sit up, please. Just stand back. Yep, stand back. Stand back. Yep. Peter, hold out, please. Get your shirt off.
As Sarah preps the van, one of the man's friends films the arrest.
Stop swearing.
This isn't the first hostile drunk she's had to deal with, but the state of this one still comes as a shock.
Absolutely horrendous.
Put a hand on your head so you don't bang it.
Drunk as they come, seriously. I don't think he knows what day it is, bless him.
In you go, dude, come on.
His friends have also been drinking. Sarah tries to help them keep out of trouble.
Law.
Oi, excuse me.
They're going beyond the law. What
Okay.
the law was doing.
All right, we don't need the language.
And kill.
Okay.
Right. One law and the whole...
With the man now under control, it's off to the nick.
We all in?
Yeah, hold on. Okay.
He'll be put in a cell to sleep off the effects of the alcohol.
Yeah, let me shoot. Let's shoot, mate.
And dealt with when he sobers up.
think more than anything he was drunk. He wanted to lick and bite people, I think, but he doesn't know what he's doing.
It's been an eventful start to Sarah's shift, and it's a long way from being over yet. Every year, West Midlands Fire Service responds to around 14,000 emergencies.
That's fire service.
That's 40 999 calls a day.
Cut in.
It selects only the best recruits.
Ready, steady.
Like,
And Helen Wire thinks she has what it takes. 26-year-old Helen used to be a hairdresser, but then she decided to make a fresh start.
I needed something to wake up to and actually have a career, a future, something a lot more challenging and worthwhile and rewarding at the end of it.
Before being allowed on duty, Helen must pass an intensive training course.
The next 8 weeks for us are going to be such hard work. I might be crying, pulling my hair out in a couple of weeks, but it will definitely be worthwhile.
She's already learned how to extract casualties from enclosed spaces,
Come on, just dig in.
from crashed cars, and from deep water.
Brilliant.
Today, Helen and her fellow recruits are back on dry land, facing fire and toxic smoke for the first time. The venue for this daunting session is the Firehouse Training Centre.
In here, we have real fire. There's much more pressure on them here because there's real fire involved.
The rookies have little idea what lies in store.
I'm not sure if there will be fire or whether it'll just be hot at the minute. I haven't ever done anything like this before, so it is quite scary.
Make your eye over to the far side of the room.
The instructors are going to expose the trainees to intense fire in an enclosed space to see if they can cope. It's a dangerous exercise. Their breathing apparatus must be thoroughly checked.
There's much more danger here because they're dealing with real fire, real heat.
You've been checked up there. Come on, this way, moving along.
No time for nerves. Helen goes in.
Can you just get them sat down around the corner, please?
Soon, these rookies will be fighting fires for real.
We'll let the fire build up a bit to get a bit of heat in there.
There are over 40,000 house fires in Britain every year.
No hands up, mate. Pick you up on there.
The recruits are learning firsthand how quickly fires can spread.
Every fire needs air. You can control the fire if you can control the air.
It can take just 5 minutes for a small fire to engulf an entire home.
And this is a tiny fire lantern. This is a couple of pallets. Right, the type of fires you have in domestic properties in terms of how anything in is that.
The heat from a domestic fire can exceed 600 degrees Celsius. The rookies have learnt their lesson.
Don't touch Mr. Tyrone. You'll go through that doorway behind you.
As soon as they get outside, Helen and her colleagues must lower their body temperature immediately.
Take your sets off, undo your tunics. Get the heat from out of your body. You have got a helmet on. Get on your knees. Is everybody okay? Yes, sir.
It's just so full of smoke and so dark. And then obviously you're crawling along and suddenly there's a fire there as well. And it's like obviously unbearably hot, so you start to lose the orientation as well.
Ultimately, if these people here are safe and they're staying low, they're able to do their job when they most need to, and that's rescue people.
There could be somebody trapped up there, really, so you've got to keep going.
The next time Helen faces fire, it won't be a training exercise. New paramedic Maya Black has already helped save lives. She's treated a driver suffering excruciating stomach pain
That scar there, what's that from?
and rushed a seriously ill woman to hospital.
You're doing really, really well.
Next, the toughest challenge of Maya's fledgling career. Single mum Maya used to work as a carer for vulnerable people. Then, in 2011, she decided to take a degree in paramedic science at university. 2 years of hard study later, she graduated.
Maya Rebecca Black.
11-year-old Tyrese was thrilled with his mum's achievement.
It made me feel proud because she's worked hard to do it. She's saving people and stuff like that and helping.
It's been such a long and difficult journey to get here, and I didn't ever think I would get here. It's absolutely fantastic.
2 months on, Maya is stationed at one of the busiest ambulance hubs in the West Midlands.
So that's empty, so we need 202.
She's enjoying the unpredictability of her new job.
Every shift is completely different, every job is completely different. It scares me on one hand, on the other hand, it makes the job exciting. You know, it sort of inspires you to want to work harder.
Today, Maya's paired with experienced colleague Mel Fox. Their first 999 is of the highest priority.
A red one.
Life-threatening calls are classified as red.
Up there, up there, up there.
In such cases, crews endeavour to arrive within 8 minutes.
Selected.
Ambulance control will send rapid response paramedics too.
There's several crews there, so it does look like it's quite a serious incident that we're going through.
As they race to the scene, more detail comes through. Shocking detail.
Oh! He's hanging?
A passerby has reported seeing a man hanging from a tree in Woodland. There's a large police presence at the scene.
Oh, I feel really nervous.
Maya needs to get information as quickly as possible.
Right, it's not bad, you can be able to do it at the moment. It's a very steep embankment, and there's a loose toilet, 7 or 8 foot long thing. Obviously, it's not accessible to us at the moment.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is a first for Maya. She doesn't know what to expect.
Never saw one before, so... Who's there?
Well done. Yeah.
So, at the moment, nobody knows who he is, or...?
No.
No amount of training can prepare a rookie for a call like this.
This is a very real part of the job, and the contrast between each job that you go to is so sort of diverse. It's really sad and just really shocking. I can't believe it.
Maya must compose herself. There's still an important job to do.
Ultimately, as much as we're presuming that he is deceased, once he comes up, that's got to be confirmed.
When that moment comes, Mel thinks her junior partner should take the lead.
Probably seems a bit gory for you to have a look at him, but I think it'll do you the world of good, to be honest, because you will be going to this again.
No.
You know, I think it's good experience for Maya. The books can't teach you this is reality. And I think the reason it's good for Maya to see this is because, you know, she's got a lot of experienced staff around her at the moment, which can help her deal with that situation.
The body is hanging over a steep embankment.
Yeah, take that slack back of it, mate.
It's going to be a complicated recovery operation.
Let me know when you're ready, then. Yeah, we're ready.
It takes 30 minutes to retrieve the body.
Yeah, okay.
Maya confirms there are no signs of life.
That's all done over. Yeah, okay.
Okay, we're clear.
Yeah,
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers, Tom.
Thanks.
Thank you.
See you again, thank you.
Thanks, bye.
It's been a distressing case for Maya, but she can't afford to lose focus so early in her shift.
At the moment, it still feels quite surreal, and I do feel really shocked by it. You literally just need to take it on the chin, have a chat with your colleagues about it, and, you know, move on to a certain degree, because I don't know what job I'll get next, and I need to focus on the next patient, not sit dwelling on what I've just seen. It's for me to deal with later on when I get home.
It's the last day of training, and the rookie firefighters are showing off their new skills. Helen passed the course with flying colours. It's a proud moment for her and her loved ones.
I'm like shaking. Going to the family, so thank you.
Oh, God. Well done, well done.
We're going to go get a photo. I'll just sort this mop out.
She can't wait to start.
I feel like I've actually got the job now. It's giving you that sense of belonging, making you feel like you're part of this community now. I'm quite eager to get involved and get out there.
1 month later, and Helen is out there, attending a major incident. A previous shift has put out a huge blaze in a warehouse. Now Helen's crew must ensure it doesn't catch fire again.
It's a bit of a different start to a shift than normal. It's quite good, it's exciting. is all part of it. You don't know what's around the corner, you don't know what's going to happen. So, long night ahead.
The warehouse is stacked with highly flammable goods, which could suddenly reignite due to residual heat.
Basically, the rubbish has got to go, which is just horrendous.
As the warehouse is in the middle of a residential area, the surrounding homes could be at risk. The crew has to work fast.
We're starting to empty it now?
Yeah, getting bulk house.
They must remove every single piece of potentially combustible material.
Sometimes it's not so glamorous as people think. There's a lot of dirty, hard, sweaty work that needs to get done.
Suddenly, red-hot embers are discovered. They need to be swept out of the building immediately.
On your call then, Hal. 3, 2, 1.
The whole building could go up in flames again at any moment.
Come on, Hal, get in there.
It's physically demanding for the 5'2" rookie.
Your lungs are just full of rubbish, basically. But, yeah, pretty exhausted, but it's good teamwork.
Oh, keep going. Yep, work.
Helen's found a burning duvet at the back of the warehouse. It could easily have set fire to the rubbish around it. Impressive work by the new recruit.
That's still smouldering.
There you go, Hal, it's on fire.
There's bits that we're finding that are still lit, so obviously there's a reason behind doing it all, now I'm seeing.
Once the warehouse is emptied, the walls and ceiling must be cooled.
Anyone who don't need to be in here, then let's get out, have a quick spray.
Helen's given the task of soaking the warehouse interior.
Just go to the front and give it a damn good everywhere. Get in there. That's cool.
Next, she must check for any remaining hotspots with a thermal imaging camera.
Just work your way around. Nothing there will pull on us.
It looks like Helen's dampening down has done the trick.
Have a good touch of your hand and...
The only hotspot left by a warm glove.
Okay, right, happy? Yeah. House, on your head bit? Yeah, happy? Super.
The operation can wind down. Helen's work is done.
Feeling pretty tired, to be honest. It's quite late, been here for quite a few hours. Yeah, it's been really good, enjoyed it.
Her biggest call-out to date is a long way from her former life in a hairdressing salon.
I probably do look quite dirty, I haven't seen myself, so I haven't got a clue. Hopefully it shows hard work. The only way I'll get experience by getting in there and trying to get hands-on. Just gaining respect from people as well if you actually show that you're willing to work hard.
West Midlands Ambulance Service gets around 1 million calls a year, and another has just come in. Responding, rookie paramedic Maya and Sarah Besant, her latest partner. A woman has fallen and injured her leg badly whilst running for a train. It's an emergency, but it's also rush hour.
Traffic is really horrendous at the moment. It's going into Birmingham City Centre at rush hour, so she's injured herself in the worst possible place, really.
The winter temperature is dropping. They need to get to the patient fast.
Only slightly over freezing, so it's really cold out there. There's the car.
Just 8 minutes after receiving the call, they arrive.
Hello.
To find their patient, Christine, in agony.
Is that painful? When you move?
Her pain level indicates Christine might have broken a bone.
Oh, bless you.
Where's that hurting?
Because it's so cold, the paramedics need to transfer her to the ambulance for a thorough assessment.
The ramp's a bit bumpy.
They must move her carefully to avoid causing further injury.
I've got you. Can you manage?
Even gentle movement causes excruciating pain.
You just want to get your pain relief under
Bless
control.
you. Let's just see if we can try and relax you a bit more. Is that okay? Nice deep breath. That's it.
Maya hopes gas and air will help.
That's it. And again.
Even though it might cause discomfort, the paramedics need to examine the injury.
Do you mind if we just lift up a little bit? Just have a little look.
Christine's left leg is badly swollen. It's doubled in size in just 20 minutes, leading the paramedics to one conclusion.
Like breaking it, or even the top of your hip, to be honest.
Yeah.
Maya wants to see if the gas and air is working. A broken hip can be agonising.
Can you give the pain a score out of 10 now? This is the worst pain I've ever seen. It's definitely a 10 out of 10.
She decides to give Christine morphine. Administering it through a cannula means it'll hit the bloodstream instantly.
Doing that, a small scratch, okay? Should feel some liquid going up your arm now, okay? Does that help the pain at all, or...? Yeah.
With the morphine taking effect, the paramedics can take Christine to hospital.
Okay. Yeah.
Sarah wants to make the journey as smooth as possible.
A couple of speed bumps coming up now.
Maya's pain relief seems to be working.
Are you able to give the pain a score out of 10 now? Come down a little bit.
As soon as they reach hospital, Christine is rushed into A&E, where an X-ray will reveal the extent of the fracture. Maya significantly reduced her patient's pain level.
Ready, steady, slide.
It was a job well done.
My confidence is definitely growing with each shift. I only left university a few months ago, so even though I am a graduate paramedic and I'm qualified, my sort of journey is only just beginning now.
In Chester, it's just after midnight, and Sarah's answering a 999 with colleague PC Ben Jones. Their destination, a local hotel.
A female's been assaulted, so we're basically right in the town centre, so we're actually going to go straight to that.
1 in 10 emergency calls to the police involve domestic assaults. For the Cheshire Force, that's 4,000 incidents a year. When they arrive, the hotel manager meets them.
There's a male and female there now. Yeah, they're both still in the premises, but we've got her in one place and he's in another. If you want to come with me, then I'll take you to him and we can... Okay, you can go to speak to her, get details.
As Sarah heads off to find the woman, Ben questions the male suspect.
Right, are you known to police at all?
No.
No. Never had any dealings with us for it?
No.
No, okay.
At the moment, we've only got one word against another, but obviously it's quite important to get the facts.
Establishing the truth in domestic cases can be difficult even for veteran officers. Sarah's only a rookie. She goes to interview the alleged victim, while the suspect waits outside.
It's the two, white male.
The woman tells Sarah that she was struck by her partner, and marks on her face support her story.
There's a lady who's being assaulted, and she just wanted their partner dealt with basically by the police. So she's very upset, understandably.
Sarah's heard and seen enough. She decides the male suspect should be taken into custody.
I'm going to arrest you on suspicion of assault.
It's Sarah's first arrest for assault.
You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention my questions that which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say will be given in evidence. Do you understand that?
I do. Sarah's caution was word perfect. Time to take the suspect to the station.
Security 27, yeah? Male is under arrest, going to custody.
As the arresting officer, it's down to Sarah to hand the suspect over to the custody sergeant. She must explain why she felt the arrest was justified.
I've arrested this man on suspicion of assault. His partner has alleged that he's assaulted her and she's got some injuries to her face.
Sarah goes to talk the suspect through the custody procedures. 2 months into the job, she's doing everything seasoned full-time officers do. Just as the Cheshire Police and Crime Commissioner predicted at her swearing-in ceremony.
You are fully fledged police officers in the sense that you've got full police powers.
People see you, they see a police officer, they think that you've been doing this for 20 years, because I look like I've been doing it for 20 years, and they just expect you to know what to say. So you basically go in, take control of the situation, look like you've been doing it all your life. You've got to remember your training, you've got to remember the law, and you've got to be compassionate and human.
The intoxicated man Sarah helped detain pleaded guilty to drunk and disorderly and was given a conditional discharge for 6 months. Mayor's patient Christine had broken her hip. After undergoing surgery and having a metal plate fitted, she hopes to return to work soon. And the man Sarah arrested at the hotel was later charged with assault by beating. He faces a day in court. Next time, a rush hour crash.
That was a bus.
And Sam's biggest test yet.
Drop all the seats in here, lie flat, put on the board and just take her out that way.
Sickness at sea. And rescue on the river.
Mayday on the vicinity of London Bridge.
Laura rushes to help as a pleasure boat sinks.
We need to account for every person on board.
And cracking down on dangerous drivers.
We'll have a word with him.
Lawrence and his colleagues are on the case.
You know why you've been stopped?
No. Just gone through a red traffic light.